Hey, y'all. So, I'm still out here in Las Vegas. It's a couple of things. Let me find somewhere where I can chill at real quick. I'm good, brother. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. A couple of things I didn't go through with y'all, and I don't want y'all young guys getting out here thinking you just going to hop in a truck, go whizzing around the country having a blast, and there's no consequences and no things to look out for. One, if you're a company driver and you just got your license, this is not the time to be having fun in the sun while you're on the job. The reason why I say that is, one, you have an ELD, an electronic log. Once you move that truck, some companies are set at 5 miles. Some of them, you got a personal conveyance of 50 miles. But once you move that truck, it starts your log. And if you're on a 34-hour reset and you take a day to go cruise around the city and stop here and stop there, it's going to throw your week off. So the purpose of being out here and getting in the trucking is to make money, not to lose money. So that's for one. You don't want to cut your hours off if you're on an electronic log. And you don't want to get fired if you're working for a company. Two, if you're an owner-operator, you still can be fired. An owner-operator, you're not a boss. You own or lease a truck, and they're giving you the responsibility of maintaining it and paying your own taxes. You don't own the company. Your name is not on the side of the truck. Even if you are incorporated, you're not insured for the freight. That's not a business. That is a gig. Until you get your own authority, you don't own a trucking company. You're in the trucking industry. So you can still be fired. And the reason I say that is because I've been fired as a lease operator, owner operator. When I first started, I totaled the truck down in New Orleans. I hit a tree down there. I didn't know the area. And once the insurance and all that stuff came back, they let me go. So another thing, this is my life. I've been on the road for the last 6 years. I know these cities like the back of my hand. I know where to park. I know where I can drive, where I can't. I know where to hang, where to sleep. It takes time to learn all of this. So don't get out here and just think you know it all. You're going to wind up losing your truck. You're going to park somewhere you're not supposed to be parked. You're going to come back in the morning, the city going to be done told you. You're going to be in too rough of a neighborhood. They be done broken your truck, stole all your stuff. And also some of these cities are dangerous. People get robbed and all type of stuff out here. So you want to be careful with that. Another thing, y'all adults. So people gonna do what they want to do. So you out here, you're in a new city, you having fun, probably gonna have a drink if that's what you're into. I don't suggest you do it, but if you are going to do it, hey, how you doing, young lady? So give me 1 second. I'm taking care of something. Give me 1 second, babe. Let me do what I'm doing. You don't want to. I done lost my focus. You don't want to be out here drinking and driving. And if you are going to drink, when you get back in your truck, do not put your key in the ignition. Every state has different laws, and you never know what kind of cop may be around. Just because you're in the bunk area, they still may try to carry it like you in the car. And you got the key in the ignition, and they can still try to charge you, even if you're not found guilty. It's not worth the hassle. So don't put your key in the ignition. Stay in the bunk area, and most trucks have a curtain that separates the bed bunk area from the front. Close your curtain, and even if it's hot, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. You get caught out here. I had somebody call me a couple years ago. They got caught up like that. They wasn't even driving. And also myself, I had to go through a DUI situation, not in a truck, but in my own personal car. And I'm telling you, that's not what you want. Also, you only allowed one. You only got one shot. The first time you get found guilty, they'll take your CDL for a year. That's a hard year, I'm telling you. And when you get it back, if you so happen to get a second one, they will take your CDL license indefinitely. You will not be able to get it back. And that's not a problem that you want, because I'll tell you, there's money in trucking, but the majority of the money is in driving. Unless you can make more money with one truck than somebody make with 4 or 5 trucks, profit-wise. Just because somebody got a lot of truck don't mean they profiting a lot. Because your drivers are going to make less than you're going to make, because they're not going to work as hard as you, and they're not going to take care of your equipment like you're going to. So your expenses are going to be higher. So your gross is less, your expenses is higher, which means your net profit is lower, and you have more headache and more stress. I don't encourage people to go out and get drivers. If you can handle it, cool. If it suits your personality, then fine. Or if you have no other choice, then go ahead. If you want to be in the industry but you can't drive, or whatever the circumstances are. But in my own personal opinion, from my experience, and I've been around for 11 years now. I've been through 19, 20 trucks. I've been with all different types of companies. I've did all type of leases, lease purchases, what do you call them, rent to own, all type of finance, cash trucks, owner operator, owner authority, you name it. And I'm telling you, you will make more money and have less headache with one truck with you driving it than you would with 5 or 6 headaches. I'm telling you, you don't have to believe me, but that's my own personal opinion from my experience, and I'm standing on that. So, just a quick recap. If you're a company driver and you just started, don't get out here and try to run around town having fun. That's not the time. Wait till you get your own truck and your own authority where you are officially your own boss. Don't drink and drive. And if you are going to drink, do not put the key in your ignition. Because depending on if a situation arrives, you don't want those type of headaches. Learn these cities before you start fooling around. I'm trying to take care of something, baby. Let me do what I'm doing. Learn these cities, and if you don't have the time to, I done wrapped around this country dozens of times. I've been in all of these cities 2-3 dozen times, so I know these cities. If you don't know the city, call before you get in town. Find you a hotel that has truck parking, park there, and then rent you a car, or Uber and Lyft around if you plan on drinking or doing whatever you want to do. Or if it's in a major city, some of these cities are better to Uber and Lyft around anyway, because there's no parking downtown areas anyway. So for what you're going to spend for public parking in some of these hotels, it'll cost you less to just catch a Lyft. So I just don't want y'all to get out there and think you just about to be running around the country having a blast, and there's no type of downside to it. Don't get no DUIs out here. I'm telling you, it's going to cost you way more than it's worth. Watch where you parking at out here, because when you come back, your truck is towed, or you got a $500 ticket on it, or somebody done broke in your truck and stole all your belongings. And wait until you get your own authority where you're making your own decisions, booking your own loads. You're a company driver, you just started, this ain't the time. You on somebody else's time, they're paying you by the mile, it's their equipment, and they are tracking and monitoring you on your every move. So don't get out here and get caught up. Let me go hit this strip. It's Sunday, so I just finna eat breakfast. Till next time, peace.